All right, everybody, welcome to our Volusion training. So, if you haven't noticed already, the Volusion backend is a little bit different than the way it was before. And often this happens in software where, I guess it's a little like if you've ever owned a computer and you had Windows, there was like Windows 3.1 and Windows 95 and Windows 98 and you know, Windows 8 and Windows 10 and so on and so forth, right? So it's like with Windows over the years, the software got better and the interface is different and improves, but there's always a little bit of a learning curve whenever it changes. Well, the same thing happens with Volusion every once in a while. And so for the past couple of years, there's been a particular looking back-end portion of it that you'll see used in a lot of our videos. Well, they've changed most of the backends now to where they fit this new interface. Which interface I want to talk a little bit about today, because 99.9% of it is the same, but there are little tiny nuances that are different. And so I kind of want to share with you just a basic, here's how you interact with the Volusion, the new Volusion backend. Here's how to add a product, and here's how to add a category, and here's how to get around and navigate, because it's just a little bit different. Okay, so here we go. If the basics are what you need, then this is going to be a really good training for you. So first of all, I'm on a website. This is a test website. Whenever I want to log into my website, and yours should be the same way, usually I come down here to the footer section, and when I say footer, I'm talking about this section right here of the site. That's the footer section at the very bottom there. And I click on sign in, okay? And it brings me this sign in section. Now, what you'll see here is it's going to say sign in for returning customers. Now, obviously, you're not a returning customer. You're an admin of the website, but you sign in under the returning customers area anyway, okay? So don't let that bother you. You don't have to go make a new account or whatever. You just do the login with the returning customers. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. I've got a login put in already. There's my email. There's my password. Now, in most cases, your guys' websites will use your email, and then password will be, well, I guess I'll just write it right here. This is kind of our default company password, ELS1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all lowercase. Sorry, if you can't tell, the E, the L, and the S, these are all lowercase. So ELS, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that doesn't work for you and you get to this screen and you actually can't log in, let me suggest that you email my support department. You can email me, but I'll usually forward it to support. So let me just write the email address right here. This is support at eMentor. No spaces, remember, this is an email address. I know this is terrible, right? I should just type this somewhere so you can read it better. Okay, I hope you can read that okay. Support, S-U-P-P-O-R-T, support at eMentormail.com. If you email them and say, hey, I can't log into my website, they'll reset your login and make sure that you're able to get in, okay? So that should cover the login issue. Let me erase that and let me go ahead and hit the login button and see if that gets me in. Okay. Now, this is where some of you guys get confused because you're like, okay, I think I got logged in. It takes you to this My Account section. It'll look a little like you're a customer. So this is your My Account, and it'll say, right here, welcome to your account, Trevor Ship. You may use this page to manage your orders, payments, and other information. This is what a customer would see on their account page when they log into the site. But you're seeing this, guys, because this is just where it defaults you to as an admin. You will know you're in the admin section if you look here. Hold on. Let me get my pointer. Here we go. Notice this box right here. Circling it in red so you guys can see that. Does everybody see that okay? It looks like it's a little arrow box, right? A little less than symbol or whatever, okay? If that box appears at the top right-hand side of your screen, you are in your admin. You can be sure of that. If it does not appear at the top right-hand side of your screen, then you're probably not in your admin and you need to log in. If you want to log out of your administrative account, you're able to do that, but you come right down here. It's in small text, so it's hard to see. That little bit of text says, I'm done managing my account, log me out, okay? If I click on that, which I'm going to do just to show you what happens, if I click on that, that's going to log me out of my account. So I'm going to click on it, and boom, I'm out of my account. So I'm no longer in my admin. This is important because later on when you run a test order, you don't want to run your test order while you're in the administrative part of your account. And this way, you're looking at the site as if a customer were looking at the site. You'll notice there's no blue edit windows. I'm looking at it like a customer would. So if you want to really look at it that way, you got to sign out. But I'm going to go back to sign in, sign back into my account. Okay, now I'm back. I know I'm back into my admin because what do I see up here? I see this box, right? Top right-hand corner. And, you know, I also know I'm in my admin because sometimes when I roll my mouse over things, I get this little blue edit. You guys see that right there? See that little blue edit box that just popped up? There's another one. Edit, 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 edit. You see that? That's how I know I'm in my admin as well. A customer won't see those edit boxes that are showing up. There's another edit, 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 okay? Edit, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, right now, I'm just looking at the site still. I'm in my admin section, but I'm looking at the site because I know I'm seeing the edit sections. If I want to get to my dashboard, I click on the little box at the top right. And I get this that comes up. Now, a lot of you guys panic because you feel like that you're not in the right spot because it says this right here. It says Content Builder has been disabled on this page. So you think then that you're not in your admin. Well, you are. So what this is, the Content Builder, I'll explain more about this here in just a second, but the Content Builder only applies really to your home page. So notice right now I'm on a category and a product page. Content Builder is not enabled on a page like that. If, though, let me go to my home page, and then I click on the little box at the top right, my Content Builder is available to be used on this page. Okay, so look, Content Builder for most of us, I mean, we'll do a training on it more later, but the Content Builder isn't pertinent to most of the stuff that we're going to be doing. So don't worry about it. Like, again, I'm going to go over to another page here. I'm going to go to my category 4, and I'm going to click on the box at the top right, and it says Content Builder has been disabled. Again, it's not that I'm out of my admin. It's just we're not using the Content Builder on any other page other than the home page, okay? Okay, so if I want to get to my dashboard, I have to find the 3 vertical dots, all right? They're found here. Okay, those are the 3 vertical dots. Those are hard to, or those are pretty easy to miss. That's why I highlighted those in red. Okay, so what I do is I click on those, right? And look what happens. I get this little menu. And this menu is going to give me some options. I could log out of my admin if I wanted, okay? I can go to the My Volusion section, which, by the way, you guys don't manage. See, when most of you do your Volusion hosting through us, which means we manage the My Volusion section of your site, and we manage all of your sites in one My Volusion account. So some of you guys will click on My Volusion here, and you'll say, well, wait a minute, I can't get into my account. This of course is automatically logging me in, but if you guys clicked on my Volusion on your side, it would say, hey, you need to log in, and you wouldn't have a login for it. You don't need a login for it. We don't use my Volusion in the building of the website. That's just something we as a company use to manage your hosting. So that's just a link you won't use. Okay. You've got the dashboard right here, which is where all the magic happens. So you see where my mouse is over dashboard. I'm going to go there here in just a second, and that's where you're going to spend most of your time. They've also got some options right up here where you've got, I can edit this category because I'm sitting on category 4, so I could immediately come up here and edit that category, or I can go to my product section with one quick click, because that's a place you go a lot. You go to your product inventory. But for now, guys, I'm going to head over to where all the magic happens. I'm going to go to the dashboard, okay? Now, notice what happened here. I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with tabbed browsing, but initially I had one tab up here. Watch where I'm circling. It says category 4, okay? When I clicked, so this is my first tab, number 1. When I clicked the dashboard, guess what happened? I'm going to circle this in blue so you can see it. A new tab opened right up here at the top. This is my second tab, okay? So now I've got these 2 tabs open, which makes it nice because what I can do is I've got my dashboard in one tab, and then I've got my website in the other. So I can kind of see my website as a customer might see it while I'm making changes, and then when I need to go to my dashboard, I click over to that second tab. I can tab back and forth, so to speak, okay? So again, when I was initially on category 4, I went right here to the 3 dots. I hit dashboard, and when I hit dashboard, watch the second tab open, okay? Here it goes. Clicked it, second tab comes open, and now I'm on my dashboard. But I can tab back and forth if I need to, okay? Okay, when you get to your dashboard, a lot of times you'll see this like getting started guide, okay, where it says, okay, number 1, learn the basics. You need a domain name, you need a payment gateway, you need an SSL, then design, you need to organize your stock, so on and so forth. We don't go by these steps, okay? So step 1 is not we should already have a domain name by this point in most cases. And it's not get a payment gateway. We don't do that step 1. That's like step 5 or 6 for you guys. So can I just say, I'm just going to scratch this out here in green. I'm just going to put a big X over it. Okay, don't worry about these steps. Your coach in our training program will get you through all of this. But we follow a little bit of a different approach to doing it, okay? And in fact, what I like to do sometimes is I like to click on this option right here. It says hide getting started steps. If I click on that, it gets rid of all of that, and it just goes right to sort of my dashboard here with my to-do list, which is kind of cool. You can add items to your to-do list. If I click add item here, I can say, one of my to-dos, I want to add 150 products to my store. Save. And the other thing I need to do is I need to categorize my products with new categories. Save. And another thing I need to do is I need to set up my contact us page. So you can have this little to-do list here, and when you get something done, you just click and check it off. See how that works? Just kind of cool. So if you want to use that as a way to keep organized, you're welcome to. But that's a feature of the dashboard here. There's some support resources right here, which are kind of nice. Remember, we don't use the My Volusion. I already told you that a second ago. There's a knowledge base, which is pretty cool. If I click on the search our knowledge base, this takes me to Volusion's written tutorials. Okay, so some basics here: setting up tax and shipping, preparing to accept payments, ordering, customers. I mean, this is kind of like the Bible here of Volusion. You're welcome to come in here if you want. Notice that when I click that, it opened up a 3rd tab right up here. You guys see this tab right here? That's my third tab. Here's my second, and here's my first. 1, 2, 3. So notice the tab browsing again. I'll click out of that. Volusion has an e-commerce blog right here. Well, we don't need to look at that right now. You get this nice little orders graph. You get, what products are being seen the most or ordered the most. This is like your Volusion dashboard, which is pretty cool. I don't know. Do we need to spend much time on this? Probably not. Once you're here, you're going to notice this all looks familiar from some of our other videos. Like you see the main menu here. So we're inside our dashboard right here, but you're going to see these other main menu items. So here's orders, you've got customers, inventory, marketing, design, reports, and settings. This is your dashboard. This is where all the magic happens, okay? If I want to go add a product, for example, I just go to inventory and I select products. And I can go up to the top right-hand side of my screen right here, and I can click the Add Product button pretty easily. So I'll click Add Product. And here I am on the Adding Product menu. So we'll call this is a test product. Put in a product code. We do more on product adding later. I just want to kind of show you guys. You got to put in the name, code, price, weight, description. Got to add it to a category right here. We'll go kind of quick. You'll notice this is all kind of the same as some of our other trainings. Here's how to add an image. Click add there. We got to go upload it from our computer. We'll use this one right here. Click upload. Okay, so I mean it's all very easy to add a product. I'm going to save this up here at the top right. Now that's an important thing to understand is you have to save at the top right here. So whenever you make a change, if I wanted to change the name and call this test product 2, you'll notice this blue save button shows up. Okay, make sure you save before you move on. So I click save. But I want you to notice that after I saved, notice that now it's gray, and I can't click on it when it's gray. That means there's nothing to save. So if I want to make sure I've saved my work, sometimes I'll just put my mouse in like a random field, like the name field, and I'll hit a space bar, and notice it changed blue now, and now I can hit save. So if it's gray, just go and make you don't even have to do space bar. I could come in here and delete a word and add the word back, and then it's blue again. Okay, save. All right, so that's how to work with the save function. You'll notice more of these vertical dots right next to it, right here. Okay, vertical dots on the Volusion system mean it's kind of like a menu. So if I click on that, I get some options here. I could delete the product, or I could add a new one. I can view it live on my site. I also get another option to add another product right here, or delete it. Okay, so this just takes a little bit of getting used to, but the functionality is virtually the same as it was before. What about categories? Let's talk about those for just a second. If I want to add a category, I go to inventory up here. I select categories, and I can create them all the same. Now, the way they have it worded now is this blue button at the top right, which says Add Menu Item. That's the way to add a new category. Okay, it's very easy to do. I will click on that, Add Menu Item. We'll call this Category 5. Okay, I'm adding this category to my site. So everything else is the same here. I'll just save this. We won't go into category adding right now. But that's pretty easy. If you want to see the categories as a different view, let's go back to our categories here under inventory. You can hit View List, which is one way to see all of your categories at once. And they're all listed right here with different category IDs here at the left. Okay. So really easy. I mean, the functionality of the system is the same as it was before. The interface or the way it looks is just slightly different. Now, what if from this screen right here, what if I want to go see my site, right? I can click on this option right here, and I'm going to highlight this in red. See this option? Oh, that didn't work. Sorry. Oops, that didn't work. Let me try that one more time. Let me get back to my dashboard. I was trying to use the pen tool, but that I was using my pointer instead. All right, so we're back here in the dashboard. If anytime I want to see the site, I click on this right here. Okay, I know it's kind of little, but at the top right-hand side of my screen, I'm circling it in red. It's this little arrow or little box with an arrow going out. What that does is it opens up a new tab with my site as my customers see it. Okay, so I'm going to click on that right there, and then see how it opened up a new tab right here. So now I have a third tab. This is my third tab right here. It opened up a new tab. Now I can go back to where I was a second ago on my dashboard, but when I click on this, it always opens up a new tab. There's another tab it opened, right? There's a fourth tab. So every time it keeps my original spot. I've always had my dashboard tab up, but it opens up these new view tabs up here at the top. All right. Pretty easy, right? I'm trying to think what else. You may find as you're working within your new Volusion interface, that you have lots of tabs going at once. You may have a whole list of tabs going across the top. If you need to simplify it, just click out of a bunch of them and get it back to one or two tabs that you can work off of. Sometimes that's the easiest way to do it. I would like to do more trainings on the different sections in the new interface, but I think what I've showed you today is ample. You've seen enough now to where you should be able to interact with Volusion very easily. Because as I've said and mentioned several times in this broadcast, it is 99.9% the same as the other Volusion. It's just got a few little upgrades, and the look of it just looks different. And initially, they were only going to roll out a few of these at a time. Well, Volusion's pretty much adopted this backend, and now even websites that were once on the old system are now on the new. So as of today, today's November 2nd, 2016, anything after this date should be on this new system that's set up. And anything before, a lot of it has since been upgraded to this. So I get emails quite a bit that's like, hey Trevor, my backend is different. What's changed? Well, this is it. Hopefully, what we've shared today makes sense, guys. Those of you who are here live, did I miss anything? Is there anything you've got a question about as it relates to the new interface, or do you feel like we covered enough to where you can work within these new parameters? I'm gonna have you guys. I'll put myself on hold for just a second. You want to give me some feedback? Great, and if not, we'll finish up here in just a second. Yeah, everybody seems okay. Okay. Sounds like most of you guys kind of get it now, right? Okay. All right. Well, if something doesn't make sense, reach out to your coach. We're excited about this new upgrade. These upgrades are good things. I think your experience on Volusion is going to be very good, and we'll continue to train on other aspects of this as we move forward with these webinars. Okay. We'll see you guys all next week. Thanks for coming along today.